live in the building, man. What it do? And most importantly, man, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, man. Man, we done made it through. Cause listen, 2025 was a trying time, especially if you was a Dallas Cowboy fan, man. Man. You had to watch Micah Parsons go wear the colors of the ops. He out here banging on you, getting double-digit sacks, over there eating cheese in Green Bay, man. You had to live through Matt Eberflus coordinating the worst defense that God ever seen constructed in a Dallas Cowboy uniform, man. Worst defense in franchise history. History under Matt Eberflus.
I thought it would never get worse than Mike Nolan, and it did.
It did. Matter of fact, it could actually get even worse because there's still a game to be played, and they currently sitting at 477 points allowed.
God, man. All right, so we got some news, man. We got some news. So with some news, we go talk. We go talk. We go talk, man. Let me see. I'm trying to see, man. The one that's the one that got me hot is this one. Go ahead, bro. You go first. You go first on this one, dog.
All right, so Cowboy defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus admitted things changed for a defense when they lost an all-pro pass rusher who can win quick, but you can't look back. Listen here. This is the thing. I don't want to hear that shit from Matt Eberflus. Do you know why, boss?
I didn't even hear you, bro. I took out my headphones, was mad. What'd you say?
I said, I don't want to hear that shit from Matt Eberflus.
Oh, okay.
I say, do you know why?
Why?
They said it was unanimous.
Unanimous. Oh, that's why I took off my headsets right there, bro.
They said it was unanimous. They said we were all on one accord. They said we all agreed that sending Micah Parsons over yonder, would be the best course of action for our football team. So, that's one of the things I will give landlord for. Like he said, my shot got to have some capability in this. Yeah. When you told Diddy yes. You
the one that brought the baby off.
Yeah, like you went on a store run and the only thing it said was 50 gallons of baby oil. They don't even sell baby oil in gallons, boy. You had to get 50 of them. And you went there, you bought 50 gallons worth of baby oil individually. You got to buy them individually and came back to the party. Ready to lose something down.
Yeah, listen, bro.
You said it was unanimous. So I don't want to hear oh man, we lost an all-pro pass rusher. Yes, and you opened the door for him on his way out. You did. Opened the door and said, I'm going to holler at you.
You did.
If you wanted any kind of, grace, you should have said right then and there, I did not agree with the decision to move Micah Parsons. I wanted Micah Parsons here. I did not want any part of that. I fought to have Micah Parsons here. I took the job wanting to coach Micah Parsons. You could have said anything instead of it was unanimous. Yep. Nah, man. So even if you didn't feel that way, even if you felt you had to go along to get along, you still turned a blind eye. And what they say, I forget who the quote actually is from, but they say, in order for evil men to win, all it takes is for good men to do nothing. You could have been a good man, but you
wait. Did nothing. Please, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good. It could have been in your heart. You could have a clean spirit. I don't think you do, but you could have had a clean spirit. But you sat here and said nothing when it was proposed to move Micah Parsons.
Boy.
So now that the defense is ass, now that your job is pretty much over with, now that you got shit on your name, now that nobody is probably going to touch you, for another defensive coordinator job in the NFL this coaching cycle, I don't want to hear about, missing Micah Parsons. No shit, Sherlock. No shit. You lose the best, one of the best pass rushers in the league. Of course it's going to be hard to rush the passer. I could have told you that. I'm not no damn defensive coordinator. I'm just somebody that's sitting in their kitchen and record Cowboys content. I knew that and you didn't know that, Eberflus? All right, cuz.
It don't make no sense, bro. for a defensive coordinator to be pro getting rid of generational talent. It makes no sense, bro. It's worse than that, though. It's worse than that. You know the worst part? It's not that it was just unanimous. It was also the fact that they said that they could generate the same type of pressures and pass rush through scheme. That means he was also pushing against Micah. It wasn't even just like, well, I guess we'll go with that. I vote yes. It was worse than if I vote yes. It was I vote yes, and yeah, I can do what he did, and you didn't.
Nowhere close. Matter of fact, boss, to create pressure through scheme, did that sound like just rushing forward? You got to do something schematically to create the advantage. Like, you got to have a schematical advantage if you don't have marquee pass rushers. That's why, I don't necessarily know, all of the pass rushers over there with the Minnesota Vikings. I heard that Van Winkle is dope. I think he made an All-Pro. That's not a household name. You can't pick this man out of a lineup. And to be frank, I think all of his success and all of his accolades came while he was with Brian Flores. Like, Brian Flores might have created him an All-Pro within the system that he operates in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't seen Matt Eberflus scheme elevate anybody. Your cornerbacks are having the worst seasons of their career from Trevon Diggs down. Your linebackers aren't playing well. Your pass rushers aren't playing well. Dante Fowler just had a 10.5 sack season last year. This man got 2, I think.
See, you digging into one of my videos I'm getting ready to do. The downside of white cotton. What happened to your edges? Now, I don't want to get on that. Let me stay on Matt. Let me stay on Matt. Listen, y'all. This is why people got to stop fighting us when we be trying to fight against Trojan horse coaches. Because, see, once I figured out that Jerry hired him without ever consulting with Brian Schottenheimer, I was like, he got to go.
Bad power dynamic.
Because of the power dynamic. And see, and I've been saying Trojan horse coaches are dangerous because they have too much deference for Jerry. Deference meaning respect for authority. They don't push back enough, right? So a Trojan horse like Kellen Moore, if you say, hey, let's get rid of Amari and let's under-target him, he gonna say, yes, sir. See, you need some people that say, I wasn't for option routes. See, that's Mike McCarthy. You need the types that's like Zimmer that said, we need noses. You see what I'm saying? You don't need them get along ass. Let's get rid of Micah Parsons, and he over here like, okay. Now, and I want to say this too. I'm not gonna let front office run no game on me. Cause you know the other game they trying to run here.
What's that?
And this is what his it's a whole lot of like front office kiss asses. Jerry go look genius when it's all said and done with Micah Parsons. Bro, listen, bro. Listen. Let's keep it all the way 100. You could have got Quentin Williams with Micah Parsons, bro.
Yeah, you could have the best. Listen, if you had dropped Quentin Williams on this defense and had Micah Parsons here, everything that Matt Eberflus was trying to do, he would have looked like a savant.
Yes.
He would have looked like a savant.
Right. Right, because you can't double both, bruh.
Yeah.
You got 2 preem athletes. Oh, go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. Because everybody on your defensive line would have been better. Donovan Izaraku would not be sitting here at the end of his rookie year with 2 sacks. He would probably have 5 or 6 of them bitches. Micah Parsons would still be a double-digit sack guy. Quentin Williams would have thrived in this defense, and you would not be on the outside looking in the postseason.
Right.
Nobody would have been able to block that front four.
Nope.
Of Micah Parsons, Osa Odighizuwa, Quentin Williams, and Donovan Izaraku.
Nope.
Nobody.
So, and then and then like now we clamoring for Crosby, and Crosby go cost way more than what Michael would have cost.
Also, Micah is going crazy on Twitter right now.
What are you doing?
I sent you one to your inbox because he was standing up for Trey. He was standing up for Trey. Then he had said, "Listen, Jerry Jones slandered my name throughout the Dallas Cowboys media for months. So you think I ain't going to respond to a tweet?"
Hold on.
He said, "Y'all want me to feel
easy
bad
on my back." Oh, we got to talk about this.
He said, "Y'all want me to feel bad? Jerry Jones slandered my name to Cowboys media and national media for months. So I do think I can react to comment if I want to. # respectfully."
Wait, I'm finna show this and we gonna talk about that. Oh, hold on real quick. Oh, and then my boy D.A. Lee say he defending Diggs from Cowboys media.
As he should.
Hold on.
That's his partner.
Hold on real quick. It's crazy. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I'm having them brain farts. It's coming in too fast. You know how it is.
It be like that sometimes.
It be like that sometimes. Cause I'm driving the plane right now trying to pull up what you sent me. You got me scrambling. Hold on. I'm right there. I'll be patient with your boy, man. All right, boom. Damn, hold on. That didn't work. Damn, that didn't work.
It's all good, man.
It's the pressure, man. You know how it is, that pressure.
They say pressure busts pipes, man, but it also makes diamonds. So we over here shining. We Gucci, man. Now, do I just need to drop it off in your email? You can do it like that.
I could do it like that. It might be faster.
It might be.
It ain't gonna be faster. I actually do need to fix this anyway. But go ahead and send it to me that way, and we'll throw it on a display and talk it through. Damn, okay, bro. Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me send you all the Micah.
Ooh. I know. I gotta get my. No, I'm gonna do it this way, bro. Cause we gotta do it this way. Hold on, real quick. Cause see, if it's already on Micah page, I'm gonna just go to his page. Hold on, real quick. All right, so and then my boy say Diggs gonna have to back it up on the field though. Yeah, and this is the thing. I don't think this the year Diggs is gonna be really ready to back up shit. To be honest, this ain't backup. I think Diggs needed the off season. I think he needed the off season.
They gonna have to.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if he doesn't play well in his short stint there, they're not picking up that $15 million option.
Right.
He gonna have to prove himself on another team.
Right.
If he don't play well in this short, this is sort of like a audition.
Yeah.
For Diggs. It's like an audition.
Yeah.
That's why they try to get him to play this final game, and then they're gonna have him, playing in the postseason. And if he plays well, then of course I think they might figure something out on that team option.
So I got it here now.
They said, y'all want me to feel bad. Jerry Jones slandered my name to Cowboys media and national media for months. So I do think I can react to comment if I want to, respectfully. And you may say, what is he reacting to? Dan Rogers, at Danny Phantom on Twitter had posted Trevon Diggs grades per Pro Football Focus. So he did the PFF bullshit. 2020, 62.7. 2021, 59.6. 2022, 66.9. 2023, 80.7. He had to make sure to put in 2 games. 2024, 56.6. 2025, 56.1. Statistically, he's the worst corner in the league right now, and his tape is even worse. Maybe we owe those guys at PFF an apology. Micah Parsons responded. I feel like what point is
Hold
there
on.
in...
Did you send it to me? Because I want to show it. But go ahead.
Nope, I haven't. But
I'll pull them up.
I feel like what point is there in trying to publicly disrespect someone? He's not representing the star anymore. Just give the man a farewell and wish him the best. I don't know why everything has to be negative every time a breakup happens. He's in a better situation right now. Trust me.
Ooh.
Bro's going to be great again.
He talking that shit. Damn, boy, it's going down. Woo, wait. Hold on, bro. So I got Micah open here right now. Damn.
Go down. He laughed at
boy, this shit is crazy. Look.
Hold on.
So I see that one. I gotta look
Scroll
at these
down
comments
further.
real quick before we scroll. I want to look at the. Is it okay? I want to look at the comments before we get into it. It's juicy. Okay, let me see. I'm just looking at these comments. I'm just, you gotta look at the comments, bro.
Not listen to me. Not enough people are intelligent in America for me to be looking at their comments. That's just personally me.
I feel you. I'm just trying to get a feel of the post of the responses. Yeah. All right, let me go back. And I see some ass kissing going on. See, because you see what's going on? They blaming this that he laid on the table. Oh, I swear. Oh my God.
You go listen. That's you that went to look at stupid people's comments.
Yeah, I know, bro. This is just interesting to me. All right, back. I'm out. All right. I'm okay. I'm scrolling. So I did see where.
There you go. That's all I wanted to show. You're like, oh, really, nigga? Oh, okay. You miss 11, huh? You need 11 now, huh?
Yeah, boy, this is wild.
And listen, this nigga is hurt. He ain't got nothing but time. It ain't like he preparing for no game. Listen, the next Micah Parsons podcast is going to break the internet.
It is. Everybody gonna tune in, bro.
Boy, listen. It better not happen while I'm at work. I'm gonna instantly get sick. So I can get my ass back to the house.
Let's talk about this from my standpoint, if you don't mind. Is he lying? Was Micah slander?
Of course. Like, listen. Why does because listen, this man made an all-pro team like every year he was here. Double-digit sacks every year he was here. The worst thing this nigga did was say some crazy shit on his podcast. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we can't sit here and say we want dogs and we just concerned with a nigga with a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got folks snorting coke. We had guys stab their teammate in their neck. We got murderers on this team before. We done had folks with DUIs and assault charges. All kind of things under the sun. Everything under the sun. For the Dallas Cowboys has happened, and that's the talking point. You got to bring up his podcast. You got to bring up his run defense. They were like, oh, we want to stop the run. We don't want to pay Mike. We want to stop the run. Whole time, he's actually an above average run defender. You ain't had the pieces around Micah Parsons,
right?
To really benefit from it.
Exactly. No, that's real.
Like Micah Parsons, if y'all love PFF, you see this nigga get the PFF grades. PFF said Micah Parsons is an above average run defender, way above average run defender.
Yeah, Dan Rodgers going way too far though with this bullshit he on. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody with common sense. Now, if you want to kind of mess with Diggs on those years he was injured, that's fine. But to agree with PFF on his best years, you are ass kissing.
That man had way too many interceptions them years for me to give a fuck about what PFF talking about.
And PFF clearly lied, because when they said he gave up 1,000 yards, you cannot find no film of Trevon giving up 1,000 yards. In the same year that he had 11 interceptions, that was the same year they said he had 1,000 yards, bro. Do you know how hard it is for a team to put 1,000 yards on you? That's looking at Pickens on one guy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Hold that thought. I got a super chat. Rogue said with the 199 ACL got back together in Green Bay. Well, this is the thing. He has been hurt. You know what I mean? But that's the only thing. That's the only thing you can say about him. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say. Me and Landlord got a running joke. We're gonna write a book called "Woke Up Sorry." Why when players, just wake up one day they ain't got the shit no more. I don't think Trevon Diggs just woke up sorry. I think Trevon Diggs, unfortunately, then had a series of lower body injuries that has affected his ability to be on the field, and at times has affected his play. Yeah. But at the same standpoint, there's other injured guys on this team that don't play. That people love. Niggas love DeMaurian Overshown, and Trevon Diggs has played one more game than DeMaurian Overshown has. DeMaurian Overshown had actually missed more time. DeMaurian Overshown has only played in 20 games out of a possible 51. You know what I mean? Trevon Diggs has played, in 21 games out of a possible 51.
Right.
You know, and let's be 1,000. I know that this scheme, you know, is a culprit. The Marvin Overshown ain't played like the Marvin Overshown since he's been back.
Right.
So it's all about who we choose to actually care about actually being injured. Like Deron Bland got 2 bad feet right now. We gave a nigga a contract.
Right. Yeah. And see,
not playing. There's plenty of time. You know what I mean?
it's wild. So I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, I understand the Cowboys front office being frustrated because when you pay out a new contract and 2 years you didn't get that guy, I get that's like you blew money. I get that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to, because I saw Dan Rogers was also showing highlights of when Trey got beat, and it was like his career, and it was like, it's like, of course he got beat sometime. That happened to everybody except Deion Sanders, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's too extreme on both sides. Either you overly defending Trey or you overly critical of Trey. There's some truth in what Micah said. Like, some of this should be kind of like, hey man, good luck, bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Listen, I'm not horribly sad and heartbroken that Trevon Diggs is gone. Like I told y'all 1,000%, we can replace every nigga in the secondary, and I would sleep like a baby.
Right.
They ain't played well enough for me to be out here defending them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same token, it's pretty much how I feel about, you know, the Kenneth Murray and Logan Wilson shit. You know, like, stop making people the poster child for being ass because you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't personally like Kenneth Murray. He's not a great linebacker, but he's not the only person on defense playing bad. You know what I'm saying? Logan Wilson in that out that bitch running in slow motion, and y'all ain't said a word about the shit.
Right.
Logan Wilson cannot run, and it's apparent right now that we have been finessed by the Cincinnati Bengals. He will not work the pick that we gave up to get him. I don't give a damn what nobody said. You need to clean out your entire linebacking room, and you probably need to clean out most of your defensive back room. Like, you need to probably do a complete overhaul of your defensive backs. But if we're sitting here having witch hunts, like, Trevon Diggs is gone, life is better, that's not really the case. Deron Bland ain't even showed me Deron Bland ain't played well in 2 years. He been hurt and sorry for 2 years, and niggas ain't said nothing about it. You know what I mean? Javon Rebel, you got 1 year of being ass. You know, I'm gonna give you a little bit of grace for being wet behind the ears and having a mechanical leg. But if you get baptized next year, my nigga, we gonna have to find your replacement immediately. Kalen Carson still ain't got his goddamn nickname back. So I'm just trying to see, why Trevon Diggs is the poster child for being ass when your entire defense is ass.
See, you said something, bro. Super underrated in that rant you just had.
Talk to me.
The biggest thing that you just said to me and what you just said is that we make people the poster child of ass. Mm-hmm. Dog, that applies to everybody, bro. That, like, Cowboy Nation does that too much. Like, where you might be in the middle, they go to where you're an ass. And they do that. Let's just think about it, bro. Our same Cowboy Nation, and I'm not defending Zeke when I say this, but Zeke had a similar year to our current running back right now, Williams, on a bad leg. And we were saying that was washed. We ready to pay Williams for the same shit. And see, like, and then they get mad at us because I say, wait, Zeke might not be what he was, but washed? Y'all went way too washed. With Murray, they go to, it's the worst I've ever seen. It's like, no, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's in the middle. With Mozzie, he's the worst. And then me and you actually looked at it and we was like, it's not what we thought. Like, to where the noise got to us until we went through the film.
And listen,
we both admit that the noise got to us.
Yeah, and listen, nobody is saying that Diggs was playing good football. But my point is, why are y'all hyper focused on Diggs? You still got like 4-5 ass niggas on your team right now.
Right.
Like
yeah.
Diggs is gone. You ain't got to talk about Diggs no more. You can actually focus on the nigga that's still ass on your team now. Because Diggs is gone.
Right.
Like where's the energy for the rest of the ass niggas?
Right.
Why do they get to sleep peacefully at night? You know, without any slander, and we on day 3 and talking about a nigga that's gone.
Ooh, wait.
That's my real question. Like, why are we still talking about the niggas and we got ass niggas on the team right now? Like, if anything, we need to be hyper focusing in on getting the rest of the niggas that y'all think are ass off this motherfucker. Because it's not just Trevon Diggs that was bad. Your boy
Rebel.
Listen, I know y'all love Rebel. That nigga passer rating was damn near identical. He gave up 126 passer rating
and missed way more tackles.
And missed way more tackles.
Yeah.
Bland ass is ass as a motherfucker. Yeah. And he's still here collecting a goddamn paycheck.
Yeah.
Hurt right now, can't play, can't do shit for you.
Yeah.
Can't cover nobody.
Yeah.
Hooker ain't been shit for most of his tenure in this motherfucker.
Yeah. Carson stay injured.
Stay hurt and stay giving up ass. So that's my point. I'm not really just here defending this nigga Trevon Diggs. I don't give a fuck that Trey gone.
Right. It's that energy.
Trey.
Right.
I don't know the nigga, but why we acting weird?
Right. Why we acting weird? Yeah. It's too much. It really is. It's too much. It's like it is nobody else that. And how do you have a deep vertical breakdown in cover 2 and never even talk about the safeties?
Yeah, don't know horrible. Yeah, listen. Name everybody. Listen, Trevon Diggs not on your team no more. I got a group exercise for the rest of y'all niggas now. Name the other bad players on your defense that need to go. That's what I want from you. I don't want to see nobody mention motherfucking Trevon Diggs no more. Name me the rest of the bad players on this team so we can campaign and get their ass gone too. I don't want to hear shit else about Diggs. Let me know who else is bad so we can get them off the team. I don't want to hear nothing about Diggs no more. Y'all put the rest of the bad niggas in the chat box. My boy OS Tyler, motherfucking me, my brother JVB boy, Elijah Robinson, Willie Stovall, everybody in there. Please put the rest of the ass niggas on there. Cause Trey's already dead. He's gone.
Yeah, he gone. And I did see one thing that made me reconsider the Christmas event. Is when Shotty said that other people tried to take off for Christmas and he told them no. That's the only thing that'll make me give Shotty a pass for that. That's it. It's because now you torn between looking inconsistent. And I get that as a leader. You know what I mean? But all the follow the rules shit, I'm like, bro, listen. That really depends on, honestly, how you are trained on leadership. Because the way I'm trained on leadership, and from the people that I study, I always refer to this book right here, Developing a Leader Within You. It was a bad move if nobody else requested to take off. It was a bad move because it makes you look mean as a leader. It makes it look like it makes it look like you put protocols and regulations over people. That's never a good move in leadership. You know what I mean? There's a time where you take advantage of situations like that, where you say, I know we're supposed to fly back together, given that it's Christmas, given that he's from here, because the rest of you guys are not from here. He's from here. I'm going to make an exception this time. See, that's to me would have been the best way to handle it, because now you look like a good guy to all your men, because you see what I'm saying? You making an exception for the holiday. That's a you know what I'm saying, that's special to a lot of us, and then the way that I saw it is because
now, to be fair, Trey ain't the only one from Maryland that wanted to stay.
Who else was from Maryland?
See, Bill, there's a couple other niggas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the part. See, that's the part that made me say, okay, when I learned that Shotty was over here, like, I told them no. I told Seatbelt no. If he told Seatbelt no, then it's like I gotta tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And I get it, and I understand your point too. Like, you want to boost the morale of your men,
right?
That fight for you, put the work in.
That's it.
I know that this ain't technically what I preach all the time, but you know what? Venus is in retrograde. The stars are aligned. You caught me at the right time, nigga. Here you go.
There you go. Right.
I understand.
And that's a morale thing. You know what I'm saying? It looked like you too caught up in technicalities and regulations, and it's like life is not black and white. It's gray, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's some people like, it's the rules. It's like, bro, stop all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, consider that it was Christmas, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then you also have to consider him fighting to be consistent. And if he's fighting to be consistent, I can't fight him.
Right. Just so, keep it. That's fair. That's very fair. I think he has room to grow as a coach, though. I think maybe down the line in a similar situation, he might have did that differently.
Right.
But they are doing the right thing in the chat box. They're following instructions. But there's a lot of names. So how about this? Let's make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
How about on the defensive side of the ball, y'all name me the 5 niggas that actually are doing their job. Name me the 5 players that you don't mind bringing back in 2026. Because it's actually apparent that more people are fucking up than there are actually doing their job. So how about I make it easier for y'all? Because they're like 72 names getting floated around. How about y'all give me 5 people on defense that are worth bringing back in 2026? There's a lot of folks that ain't hooping. Lee Hooker ain't hooping. Donovan Wilson ain't hooping. None of the linebackers. We can just knock all the linebackers out. All your cornerbacks, you can knock the motherfuckers out for who actually playing well. The only reason niggas will say Trevon Rivers is because he's a rookie. You know what I mean? Because it's not his play that's saying that you want him back. It's he's young and he got potential. That's why you want Trevon back.
We got the ghost of Matt Eberflus in the house. I'm glad you're in here because I'm finna go off on you. Yeah,
I'm glad. Matt Eberflus?
Nah, somebody just got them a parody account. That's funny.
Oh, cool.
They got them a parody account, but now I want to put up his comments though, because I'm finna roast every one of them weak ass comments you got in there. Ghost of Matt Eberflus. I can't wait. Give me a second.
I'm glad you know he's dead though. Because to be a ghost, you're no longer with us in the physical form.
I'm finna get on this dude, man. Tell me, I got trash players, but you want to fire me?
Nigga
he funny, bro. Yeah, he funny. That's funny. Let's talk about that though. Like, for real. This is the thing about Matt Eberflus, bro. You ain't went through nothing that Zimmer ain't go through. Zimmer went through worse last year. Yeah. You either have the loss of Tank mixed with the loss of all for the whole season, Sam Williams, Nealon, Bland. You lost all of that. You lost Diggs. You lost all of that. Yeah. And you didn't have the DTs. Zimmer didn't have them DTs you got. Matt, Ghost of Matt, he ain't had none of that, homeboy. Hold on quick. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna pull it up. Here it is. Boom. This is the ghost. He said, I got trash players, but you want to fire me. Yeah, we want to fire you. We don't like you. And it's the main reason I don't like you, because it was you, Matt, that was talking about your system could generate more pressure than Micah Parsons. Yes, you need to be held accountable for what you said. I don't like you. I don't like you also because you petty. You out there when Trevon Diggs didn't say nothing about you early in the season. You came out talking about you don't like grits. You showed that you not a lead of men with that alone. I know I ain't talking to Matt Eberflus, but if that was Matt Eberflus, I'm pretending like it's his ass right now. I don't like you.
As you should. Matter of fact, hey, let's put the Kenny Clark comments up. I don't even think we touched on it.
Let's do. We ain't talking on it yet. Yeah. And I got some super chats in here. You got some super chats over there?
I read the one I had. But listen, I would love some more super chats. So y'all got love for him. Please go ahead and spin.
I don't think you sent that to me, him. The Kenny Clark.
I think it's in there. It should be in there.
You
Let me
did?
double check. Let me double check my stuff real quick. If not, I can just resend it.
Yeah, just resend it real quick.
That's the easiest way to do it.
But I wish that was Matt Eberflus because I would spit on you. I really don't like you. I'm serious. I don't like you, man. I don't like coaches like you. I'm serious. I don't like coaches like you. You stubborn too.
All right, I just sent the email. But I love to bring Big Kenny Clark back. Like mine, I told y'all to put it in the chat box. Like the niggas I'm bringing back, Quentin Williams. Of course, that's a no brainer. Kenny Clark. I'm not really saying that Osa had an amazing year, but I can't flush him yet because of the contract. So I'm going to be obligated to bring Osa back next year unless I find a trade partner. So I'm a count Osa, but that's still a great interior defensive tackle room, right? Jadeveon Clowney, I'm bringing Cuz back because listen, if I draft a David Bailey or somebody like that, I would love a pro with a similar athletic build that could show him some tricks of the trade. Because people forget Clowney was like the first overall pick, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was the first overall pick. Yeah,
so and he's still playing at a high level to this day. So I will keep Jadeveon Clowney in as a rotational pass rusher, and a mentor to whatever defensive ends that I bring in. And of course I bring in Easy E. He hit the rookie wall, so to speak. But I think he just need better coaching.
Hold on, I'm still pulling up this. I got it right here. All right, here we go. Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark. You got it.
Kenny Kincaid. All right. Kenny Clark was candid yesterday on what the defense needs in the offseason. Matter of fact, take me off the screen. I can read it all.
Gotcha. I'm going to switch the sides.
Cool. I just think we need a bunch of dogs. A bunch of guys who truly love and care about football and not just going on the football field expected to make plays. Going home and doing the right things. All the small things all the time. We all know this. It's not like a big talent gap between this team and the next team. It's just all the little things. The teams that can do all the little things all the time are usually the most successful teams. End quotes from Kenny Clark.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, that boy saying we need some dogs. Golly. A ghost of Matt Eberflus. He said, I love you, boss. I can take the heat. I don't love you. I low-key hate you. I'm serious too. I can't stand Eberflus, bro. Eberflus, I can't stand you, bro. And I know you a ghost account, a parody account, bro. Why would you even play like that, bro? So anyway, let me go back to Kenny Clark. Let's go back to Kenny Clark, bro, because that ghost of Matt Eberflus got me. That boy said we need some dogs.
Oof. I mean, hey, you lost a big ass dog. You gained Quentin Williams, but you lost Micah Parsons. So you still got the same amount of dogs on your football team. You know what I mean? Like, I think Kenny Clark would count himself as a dog.
Right. See, you beat me to it. I was gonna ask you. Let's name the dogs.
I think Kenny Clark will count himself as a dog.
You
will always count Quentin Williams as a dog.
Yeah.
He came in, and you will count Jadeveon Clowney as a dog.
Yeah. 3 dogs. Keep going. That's it?
That's it.
Also not a dog? Nah, not this year. Not this year. Solomon?
No. Solomon cool.
He cool.
Solomon, he ain't a dog.
That boy say spit on me.
Like
this dude's stupid, man. This dude goes to Matt Eberflus says spit on me.
We got 3 dogs.
Hold on. Relva not a dog.
They said Leofow. Leofow don't play enough for me to be a dog, man. That boy.
I'll still give him the dog title. You still got to.
I ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die.
I know, but let me make the case and see if I can change your mind. Let me tell you why you got to. And I ain't telling you got to. You know what I mean by that.
I know, man. Come on, talk to me. I'm just talking shit.
Because every time he on the field, bro, he looking to do damage, bro. It's like you can make a highlight of him exploding on people on just special teams. That's a dog. You feel me? It's just that they haven't been smart enough to put him on the field more. Like the hardest hits this year has come from Morris Leofow, bro.
That's
and
cool.
Somebody say span forward. I agree with that, but we talking about dogs.
Defense.
Somebody said Dono a dog. I agree with that.
You listen to me. I'm not just talking about attitude to be a dog.
No, I'm talking about how you play. How you play, not if you did.
You need both. You need both, man. There's plenty of you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You need both to be a dog. You got to have the attitude and the play to back it up.
Yeah.
Like, listen, like your mentality could be a dog, but if you ain't making plays, you a chihuahua.
Yeah.
You know, you just barking, nigga.
Right. If it was a way to hide Donovan Wilson and keep him in the box, he would be a dog. But you can't hide players. You feel me? Overshawn, is he a dog?
Overshawn is a part-time football player. like I told I told my brother landlord, and you know I like Overshawn. I think when he actually plays in between his part-time job, you know, he is a good football player, but he don't play enough. Like, dog, you don't be here. You don't be here to be a dog, man. Like, listen, let me ask you a question, boss.
Yeah.
If you got a guard dog to protect your house, is the motherfucker any good if he across the street?
Nah, he ain't no good. If he across the street,
he around the corner.
If he at the vet,
he had to be chasing cars. He's 3 city blocks over. There ain't no good guard dog, man. And I love the Marvin Overshawn.
That's fair.
Like, when he a dog.
See,
but, you know,
I get what you're saying.
He want them dog to be on the missing poster. They gotta put a reward up to find his ass.
I get you. See, and I agree with you the way that you defining dog. You talking about complete overall making plays, getting it done. I'm not kind of defining it like that because you're gonna have to have some average guys out there that are still dogs. It's a such thing. True, from the way that I describe it, can you see that the way you describing dog is just kind of like the best players and mentalities on your team. That's how you define a dog. Am I right?
Yeah, because think about it. You could say like niggas like Dono is a dog on your team.
Yeah,
but if Donovan Wilson is one of your best players, you're probably not a great defense either, though.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. You like,
I'm looking at how guys play together and their overall mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's how I define dog, and I think that's where we kind of bumping heads on this just slightly. You know what I mean? Because like Detroit, I don't think they have a bunch of like great players, but I think together they play together like dogs, if that makes sense.
I do have a lot of pushback on that because Detroit got some Pro Bowlers, all pros, every damn where. Aiden Hutchinson, you know, they went and traded for DJ Reader, who solidified the defense for the Cincinnati Bengals when they went to the Super Bowl. They went and spent a top pick for Brian Branch to hold that down. They spent first round pick on Terrion Arnold. So, you know, like, then what's the boy they got this year? Because they used to have Reed. No, it's Reed this year. No, but they spent a lot of money in free agency to bring in veteran cornerbacks on the other end. They got an all-pro safety in Kirby Joseph. So I think like they got talent.
Let me push back your pushback.
Go ahead.
What happened when all them dudes got hurt?
Shit, there wasn't dogs on the field.
I think it was still dogs on the field because they stayed in the hunt last year.
You talking this year?
And last year.
They
got hurt last year. Most of them people you named got hurt. Branch, Hutchinson, and they kept playing together as a better unit because the unit had a dog mentality.
Hush was the only one that missed a prolonged period of time. Brian Branch played. Kirby Joseph played because he made an all-pro team last year. What was the other one you had named that you said got hurt?
I said Branch because Branch got hurt.
Branch got hurt and came back.
And then they also lost a corner, didn't they?
They lost one this year.
My boy said they flame out, boss. So, yeah. So, like, it's
So remember, they went 15-2 last year. Most of them niggas was in the building.
Right, but then no, they lost a lot of people on their defense last year. They lost a lot of people. Yeah, but see, I think it's how you define a dog. From your definition of dog, I would agree. We got 3. If you want to add to me the people that got the right mentality, not necessarily maybe the right playmaker, I got a lot of super chats, bro. Let me get these caught up real quick.
Yeah, I'm really surprised you ain't with them. Go ahead, bro. We got plenty of time.
I just got 4 good ones. I got 4 good ones too. Good ones. All right, so check this out. So Regina, you said something the other day, man. I can't get that out of my mind. Regina said, man, they is not going to bring in Brian Flores because he is going to definitely get paid more than Brian Schottenheimer. I cannot get that out of my mind, bro.
Then give Shotty a pay raise. Don't be stupid about it. Just, if you feel like this is the right candidate, don't create a tense environment or situation. Up Shotty's pay scale and then sign Brian Flores. That's all you got to do. And listen, you actually probably owe Shotty a pay increase for how you handled the season, Jerry. It was your guy that you brought in that screwed the pooch on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
While Brian Schottenheimer, as a play caller and a head coach, coordinated one of the best offenses in the National Football League and masterfully navigated the depth of a player.
Right.
Like most of the adversity that Shotty had to overcome was Jerry Jones related.
And then Regina just said, did Kenny Clark just put a hit on himself? See, and that's sad that she got to think like that because I know exactly where she's coming from. Like the pattern of speaking out, making you get a hit put on you basically. You know what I mean? When you speak against coaches or even sometimes might even come across like you might be speaking against the organization, you have short shelf life. Like Regina's showing that she definitely know our history. I don't really think so, Regina, that he got to put a hit on him because he was talking about players. I think that's what makes him safe. It's the fact that he said we need dogs and he didn't speak on coaching. If you allude to coaching or allude to front office or allude just even hint that they could be a problem in any way, they go target you. That is the pattern of the Dallas Cowboys. It's just what it is. My next super chat came from Chris. He said, who y'all think Kenny calling out, though? Ooh, good question. That's what I'm trying to figure out myself. He might not even be directly calling out nobody. I think this is just kind of like him speaking on what we need going forward as a unit, hopefully. I don't think this is directed at nobody. I think he was just saying to be what we need to be, we need dogs. In my opinion. So, but if he had somebody in mind, that boy, I wish I was in his brain for that. My other super chat came from Chris 214. He said, Cowboy fans are pausing by lazy talking what people say at face value, wanting to be right. Oh yeah, he right on that. The masses of the fan base is severely vulnerable. Yeah, he right. Like our fan base is very, very, very prone to propaganda. Regina with another super chat said, Jones don't know math until it comes to money. They add 2 players and take away more. Then we can't afford to fix it. Ooh, Regina just go hard. It's some people, man. It's some fans I wish I could sit down and talk football with and drink a beer with. I swear. Regina is one. I swear to God. It's some people I wish I could just talk football with just because I could tell the way they think. It's like I know we would have some good discussions. But yeah, man, in terms of today, it's disappointing. Like as I'm recapping what we've been talking about, the most disappointing thing is this, bro. That Eberflus, bro. To me, this is a microcosm of the whole season, where you was put in place and you was just too dedicated to doing Jerry's way, man. It's like, and that's why I said I never understood how a defensive coach would raise their hand in agreement to getting rid of Micah Parsons. I can understand Jerry. I can kind of see, I don't agree with it, but I can understand him saying I want to get rid of Micah. I get that because he paying the money. Fine. I can understand to a degree Shotty because Shotty specializes in offense. But anybody on that defensive side, and you raise your hand and get rid of Micah, you are a fool as a coach. Mm-hmm. I don't care if he laid on 50 tables.
Man, I don't care. I don't care if he threw Matt Eberflus through a table.
Right.
Oh, laid on the table. You could put niggas through a table. Right. I'll see what Micah Parsons on this
team. Bro, that's that type of talent, bro. You like you
make concessions.
You make concessions for that, bro. Period, bro. And Micahs don't grow on trees, bro. I swear to God. It's like, man, what made you think you could scheme to replace Micah Parsons, bro? Anyway, bro. That's my final word, bro. That shit
I'm over it. I got football to watch. I've seen more defense get played in these college games than I've seen from the Dallas Cowboys at any point this season. So, I'm gonna keep going out scouting and seeing who the hell we can get in here to help the turnaround.
Yeah,
because we got 2 first-round picks and there's some first-round pick talent that we playing today. They made it going crazy.
I would say this too, Hen, because I know you dedicated to the work. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you why. This is the main thing that I love about Hen, that me and him go always be brothers on. He dedicated to the work, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and push you on this one and say before it even happened that next week let's go ahead and dig hard into these prospects, college. But obviously, college is going to be what everybody talking about when the season over with. But what me and you go get into is free agency. A lot of film, a lot of talks. Because, see, Henny already got a big-ass linebacker list. And we got to comb through that, right? Talent-wise, free agency. So, Henny already showed me a list. It's a dope-ass list. You know what I mean? And he asked me, say, should we talk about it now? I said, probably let's wait till the season over with. You know what I mean?
Right. And it'll be over with after this week.
So we go. I'm going to tell you right now, me and Hen, y'all hit that subscribe button and that like button on both channels. Go ahead and plug your channel, and then I'm going to talk about what we getting ready to start getting into after this week.
Yeah, man. It's HTM Sports on YouTube, HTM Sports on Twitter, Henny the More on Facebook, man. Make sure y'all sub for the love. Help your boy out. We on the road to 4,000 subs, man. I think we need like another 80 something. So y'all make sure y'all hit the sub button, help your boy out, help grow the channel. And also salute to Chris 214 with the $2 super chat. He said, do you think our next DC can run a 3-4 with our team? I mean, we're basically running a 3-4 with our team right now. There's really no difference in between base 3-4 or 5-2, a 4-3 under. All of the gap assignments are the same. So, you might want to get a little bit more depth at linebacker if you're going to run a true 3-4. But you got the defensive tackles now to run a 3-4 base if you want to.
From what I hear about the league, to answer that question, man, is a lot of teams are not traditionally one anymore. A lot of teams are multiple fronts now. It's not just 4-3-3-4. A lot of teams are multiples. So they'll go to a bear 5, some 6, 3, 4. It's not like it used to be where I'm a 4-3 coach, I'm a 3-4. Like even Dan Quinn came in here with multiple fronts. You know what I'm saying?
Also, to your point, most teams don't play in their base defense a lot of times anyway because of the way the game is played. Most teams play damn near 70% nickel.
Nickel, right.
So it really wouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But
right.
Yes.
I think modernized defense, that's why the coaches that we looking at are more modernized coaches, I've been talking about a lot of names out there, and I know you talking about some names out there. We're going to be talking about that as well. Because listen, y'all, I know it seems slow right now, but after Sunday, it's going to go fast. It's going to start going fast, y'all. Listen,
Black
y'all.
Monday.
Boy, once Black Monday, it's going to be news. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to be fired, that's qualified, that we're going to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be now time to start digging into these free agents, and then some of these people go start getting cut and all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a new market that's going to be created. Then we going to have to talk about some of these guys as we're preparing for free agency, bro, it's gonna start moving fast Monday. So
I also have to prepare y'all for one thing that crossed my mind. If Todd Bowles loses his job, he has ties with Dallas. He was here before. People don't really think about it, but he was here coaching in Dallas at one point. I would not be surprised if Todd Bowles loses his job.
Yep.
Him having that name recognition, having ties to Dallas. I would not be surprised if he were one of the people on day list. I don't personally know if I still want Todd Bowles in 2026.
Right.
But that's a name to watch because we know how the Dallas Cowboys operate. I just wanted to throw that out there while it crossed my mind.
Yeah, because we like them former head coaches in DCs. When you look at, our history, our past 5 defensive coordinators, always former head coaches. I like what they thinking on that, but that's hit or miss. You know what I mean? I kind of like that. What's your thoughts on this real quick before we get out of here, bro? He said, look at some of these college coaches. They use this new age scheme.
It's going to be very dependent on who. You know what I mean? Because I personally don't have a problem with hiring a college coach and giving them their first shot in the NFL. But, it's going to be dependent on who. Because what I want people to realize, there's a difference between coaching kids and coaching grown-ass men. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference there. Schematical football is one thing. Managing grown-ass men that make more money than you is a different thing. Now, it might be slightly different now with the NIL. They might be prepared for that shit, ready-made right now. But there was a reason why Nick Saban could never successfully make the jump from college to the NFL like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons behind that shit. Not everybody makes the transition.
Right.
So if we find a list of qualified candidates, they fit the vision that we have for this team, and it makes sense, I don't mind it. But we're gonna go through every candidate, whether it be college, NFL, retread, first time hire. We'll go through every candidate with a fine tooth comb.
Yep.
And we'll bring y'all a list of people that we actually believe.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna be dropping a film session not a film session. I'm gonna be talking about Belichick, and I looked into it deeper. I went through about 2 hours of background information on him and his lady and all of that. Mm-hmm. I kind of feel you and Lou a little bit. I do. I'm gonna talk about that. It's It's one of those things. When I'm looking at a coach, I want to make sure that you have a strong presence. It's almost impossible for him to have the presence that he had given to what he allowed with his female. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be doing a video on that. Y'all be looking out for that. I'm gonna be dropping a video today about Blue Mania. Y'all be on the lookout for this right here. I'm gonna be dropping this video. But to also go back to this, in terms of college coaches and me being open for it, I'm kind of hesitant. If that's all you was college, mm-hmm. I'm hesitant, because some of that could be based on your ability to recruit talent. Some of it, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I like guys who earned jobs into the league from college and still having success in college. Those are the guys that I like. I mean, still having success in the league, So, like, for instance, that's where a lot of people that's high on Leonhard, Mm-hmm. Now, they high on him because he had great success at Wisconsin as a DC. Mm-hmm. And this is the passing game coordinator for Denver. Everybody, Jim Leonhard, a lot of people from Dallas high on him. My only problem with him is that same massive success that you had at Wisconsin didn't directly translate, in my opinion, to Denver, like other coaches. So, like, the coaches that I like are coaches to where you are in the league and success is following you everywhere you go, like Al Harris now. You see what I'm saying? So the coach from the Jaguars, he like that. The coach from the Texans, he like that. Everywhere he coaches, they getting the ball. You know what I mean? I don't care if he was coaching college, the league. So the coaches that I'm looking at, because we got a back end problem, it's coaches that specialize in the back end. That's why I still had to at least take a look at Belichick, because his history shows he specialized in the back end, but I don't know if I can trust him with the current drama. So we'll talk about that.
Cool.
So anyway, man, your boy Boston Henny, man, bringing y'all another one on breaking news that was happening today. You never know, we might come back later. You never know. It depends on what happened in the day. Because he called me. He was like, boss, you see what Clark said? And you see what da-da-da? And then you know how we do. We like, let's go live. So we just, boom. We just jumped on it to give y'all the content. So we got a full day today. So ain't no telling what can happen today. So happy New Year's to everybody, man. You had any one last thing before we get out here, bro?
Man, flush Eberflus, man. Go ahead and end this year. Because listen, like you said, Black Monday gonna happen. His name need to be in that number.
Yeah. Do you want it in the morning or the evening?
I want it in the morning so I can properly celebrate. Because if it happened in the morning, I can call home. I can tell baby to take some meat out. We can put some on the grill. We can have a real live celebration. I can stop on the way back. From on the way back from work, get ingredients for cocktails and shit. We can have a real live celebration if the shit happened in the moment. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'd rather have it in the morning, and we can flood the street with content, for the rest of the day. Because at that point, there's a vacancy. We're gonna have to be on the Dallas Cowboys' ass. Because remember, Eberflus leaving is not the end of the fight.
No,
we're gonna have to push very hard for them not to be lazy and just, elevate white cotton.
Ooh, bam!
They love to elevate from within. Mike McCarthy replacement was already on the roster in the form of Brian Schottenheimer. If Big Mike had not moved Kellen Moore on, his replacement was already there in Kellen Moore. We seen that Wade Phillips' replacement was in the form of Jason Garrett being able to elevate and take over the role. Matter of fact, the only people that usually don't get replaced like that are the outsiders. Like Mike Nolan was brought in by Mike McCarthy, and he got, they went out and they found Dan Quinn by themselves. You know what I'm saying? But most people already have somebody on the roster, especially if they have sons. They usually replace sons with other sons.
Yep. Yeah. All right, man. So y'all keep y'all notification on, man. So hashtag flush flus. Y'all know that. Let's keep pushing that, bro. All the way till he's officially all the way at the door. Well, he gone, bro. He fired. He gone.
We better be.
Yeah, he gone, bro. Ain't no way Jerry keeping him. But hey, until he's gone, it's flush flus. Mm-hmm. Until the next time you see us go live or pump a video, we out. And I hate you, Ghost of Matt Eberflus. Don't ever do that again. I can't stand that, man. Why would you even do that? That's dirty, dog. Why you gonna play with our feelings like that? For real.
Game with Church's money, man.
Man, we hate that man, and you over here got an album.